God bless, guys. God bless, God bless, God bless. Welcome back to the live stream. It's been a hot minute, but I thank God that we're back, right? And if this is your first time on the live stream, welcome. My name is Israel. You can also call me King Context. And today we're going to be showing you again, right, how to deal with the terrible argument that Muslims make that Islam honors women more than Christianity. So the phone lines are open. Let's just get that out of the way. If you are a Muslim, you can click the pinned link in the chat and you can call in. You can call into the live stream and we can have a conversation about some of the reasons why I say Islam is bad for women and Christianity is better. Now, what's actually interesting, and thank you for those who are liking the live as well. Just Christina, thank you for liking the live. Black, thank you for following, etc. Harmony says she's a Muslim woman and she disagrees. Okay, surprise, surprise. But hopefully for the Muslim women who listen to the live stream today, they can obviously listen to the conversations and see why I say what I'm saying, right? Especially in light of what the Muslims try to say to attack Christianity. All right. So again, feel free if you want to have a conversation to call in. Black the live. Thank you for liking the live. It's been weeks, guys, but I'm back. All glory to God. And hopefully there shall be no hiccups anymore going forward. I wasn't even feeling the best for the most part, but let's see. Harmony says she's actually a revert from Christianity and Muslim men treat us better. Okay, that's interesting. We can talk about that more and more as the live stream goes on. Enlighten me how Islam is bad, please. Okay, cool. Once we get into the callers, we'll do that. So before we do that, right, because I've already seen the comments come up already, and I'm sure they're going to continue to come up, right, before I get into the first caller. I saw comments previously like, let's go and find it. Let's find some of them. Okay, there were comments like, well, why do people, okay, like this one, for example, why do people never learn to let people live, right? We had another comment like, why do people hate my religion, etc. And there's different conversations like comments like this, which are actually interesting, right? So as we've been doing most of the time, I want to play this video. It's a quick 50-second video. So it's a short video.
7th century Islam.
It's a Muslim man. This is one of the main reasons why I actually even do these live streams and having these conversations, right? Before we get to the first callers. And again, smash the like button, share this out with loads of people so more and more people can see this. So in this video, right, if you're watching on YouTube, you can see it. If you're on TikTok, you can obviously listen, etc. But he's making the case, the title of this video is Islam honors women more than Christianity, right? So for all the Muslims who want to say, well, why is a Christian man speaking about this sort of topic? Why is he speaking about another religion? Keep the same energy, right? With Muslims like this who post videos like this, get hundreds and thousands, over 1 million views attacking Christianity. And don't be surprised when a Christian like me who helps Christians learn how to defend their faith comes along and shows why these arguments in this video are bogus and why the claim he's making is just so false. So let's watch it and then we'll jump into callers. And obviously there was even a video I wanted to talk about which is very interesting, but we'll see if we have time for that. So let's listen.
Have to take the surname of their husband. In Islam, the mother, there's a saying of the Prophet that says paradise lies under the feet of the mother. Somebody asked the Prophet with regards to who deserves my companionship, my time, to the mother. Said, who next? Your mother. Who next? Your mother. Who next? Your father. This is the rights that are given to the mother. The Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the best of you are those that are good to their women. In Islam, the rights of the women are more so than what was there at the time and what is even there today as well, because at that time when Islam gave the rights, later, about 1,000 years later, that's when women were allowed to vote. In fact, 300 years, in fact longer, in Europe they were debating if women even had souls, if they were even human beings. But Muslims were saying paradise lies under the feet of your mother. The best of the people are the ones that are good to their women folk. This is unheard of 1400 years ago.
So notice, right, and that's a little sneak peek for another video I want to talk about if we actually get to it later on in the live stream. All right, cool. So you heard him, right? Didn't mention the Bible one time, but had the cheek in that video, the Muslim guy here, to say Christians don't honor their women as much as Islam does. So these are some of the reasons why we have this live stream series, which I've been calling Women Wednesday, right? We're here to help the Muslims get set free and help the Christians women realize that they are in a very good position. All right. So let's see. Let's jump to a caller and see. All right. It's been a while, guys, but hopefully everything still works fine.
Oh,
Hello?
yeah, hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm blessed, bro. You're a Muslim?
Yeah.
Okay, so you called in, you said I should bring you up. What do you think about what I'm saying? You disagree that Islam isn't bad for women and Christianity isn't better?
I believe that Islam is way better for women than
Okay.
Christianity.
How long have you been a Muslim?
Since I was 14, and then about 15 years now.
15 years?
Yeah.
Okay, and were you born into Islam or you a revert?
No, I'm a revert, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So, this is your first time joining one of my live streams?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, before we get into the particular topic, I'll just give you some context, right? So, I don't know if you were here when I was playing the video before of the Muslim guy.
I was here.
Okay, so you heard what he was saying. This is one of the reasons why.
I was here for the past 5 minutes.
Okay, cool. This is one of the reasons why I'm having these conversations with Muslims who can come up. So we've had these conversations over previous weeks. We've talked about different topics. One of the things, I want to talk about two things today, right? I either want to talk about two reasons why I say Islam is bad, and you can pick, right? Which one you want to talk about. One, I want to talk about, one reason I'll say Islam is bad for women is because in Islamic source, actually, hold on, let me slow down for a second. Guys, I'm rusty, forgive me. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear him, number one. Number two, what kind of Muslim are you? Shia, Sunni, which one?
I'm a Salafi Muslim.
Okay, cool. Sunni, so you accept the Hadith and you accept the Quran, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right, so one of the reasons we've spoken about time and time again why I say Islam is bad for women, number one, is because Muhammad ordered women to be beaten by their husbands. That's one thing we've spoken about multiple times. The other thing I want to talk about, again, you can pick, is the fact that in Islam, a Muslim man, can marry multiple women, right? Now, but also, even in paradise, you get to marry and do all of that good stuff with women in paradise. What one do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, I want to talk about the second one with multiple women.
Okay, so why is it not bad that Muslim men get to marry up to 4 wives? And yeah, go ahead.
I believe it's not bad as long as the man can take equal care of each wife. So, for example, if he buys the first wife, example like a gift, would say a ring, then he has to buy the same for the second one. In Islam, men are allowed to marry up to 4 because it actually puts a limit. Because back then, people would marry as many as they want. Islam doesn't stop polygamy, but it just puts a limit because back then there was no limits. And I believe that a Muslim man shouldn't marry multiple wives if he can't take care of each of them equally. So yeah.
Okay. I can agree with you that the Quran says you should take care of them equally, but I'm not talking about it from the perspective of the man. I'm speaking about it from the perspective of the woman.
Yeah.
Do you think most women, there's obviously anomalies out there, but do you think most women are going to be happy to be one of 4 or one of 3 or one of 2, etc.?
No. Aisha herself, my mother, she cried when Muhammad married. She got really angry when Muhammad married another wife.
Okay. Was she crying because it was good or she felt it was bad?
No, she was very angry with it, but it doesn't stop men from doing it. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing. The women, they can get over it. Like even now, if the woman doesn't like it, like she can just tell the man, don't want this.
She can tell him she doesn't want this, but he doesn't have to listen to her. He can do what he likes, right?
That's true in some parts, but The woman has the right for divorce if she doesn't agree with him.
Wait. She can say, a Muslim woman can say to a Muslim man, I don't want you to marry a second wife or a third wife or a fourth wife,
Yeah,
but
and
he
if he
can,
does it
but he
anyway,
can marry, he can marry a second, third, and fourth wife, and she can't do anything about it because he would be following what's halal
yeah,
to him, right?
yeah. So again, as I said, if with the wife can say, "Listen here, I don't want you to do this. Can you please rethink about this?" But if the man does it anyway, he has a right for she has the right for divorce. She can divorce him
She
if
can,
he's not happy with him.
she can request a divorce.
No, she can divorce him. Islamically, by
Uh,
the Sharia law,
Okay,
she can divorce him.
okay. So she's gonna divorce him under what grounds? What grounds is she gonna take to them and say, I'm divorcing him?
Yeah, and she can just say, "I'm not happy with him marrying another wife, and I wouldn't like this, and I told him to stop." And
And then
yeah,
they're gonna turn around and say, why are you wasting our time? Islam says, the Quran says he can marry multiple women. So
no,
denied.
no, they won't say this. The woman can divorce. They'll allow it. They'll go with the procedure. Just because it's allowed, it doesn't mean it's recommended. Islam just puts a limit on it because the previous, like, for example, before Muhammad even came, the pagans in Mecca were marrying up to 50, 60 wives. Even Solomon married like 600 wives, this and that. And it was just never a limit. But Islam was the one to actually put a limit on it. Just because Islam puts a limit doesn't mean it's encouraged to actually do it.
If I say to you, for example, look, this is something you can do. Are you trying to say there's no way, that's not in no way an encouragement?
Just because I can do it doesn't mean it's encouraged. Just because it's permissible doesn't mean it's encouraged.
Okay, so back to the point, right? Because clearly, if a woman is married to a Muslim man, right?
Are you gonna
And
address what I said?
I'm addressing what you said. If a
Okay.
woman is married to a Muslim man, and based on the Quran, he says, I'm going to marry another Muslimah, or I'm going to marry another woman. I'm going to take a second wife, or a third wife, or a fourth wife, and he's going to treat them all equally, however that's going to play out, cool, right? And she turns around and says she doesn't like it. Would you agree that her saying she doesn't like it would be her inadvertently or directly basically saying she doesn't like what the Quran says?
Yeah, no, because as I said again, Aisha as well. I'm address like two things. I'm addressed with the Quran and with Aisha as well. Aisha got really angry when Muhammad married another wife, took another wife. And if the woman says, "No, I don't want you doing this," it doesn't go against the Quran because the Quran is permitting the man to marry up to four. But again, it's not encouraged, and the woman has a right to say, "No, I don't want you doing this." If the man goes with it, she can either stay with him, see how it goes, get over it, stay with him, or she can divorce. It's her choice.
All right, what are you basing the fact that a woman can divorce her husband for him marrying multiple women? What are you basing that on?
Sharia law.
What in the Sharia law tells you that? Because what in the Sharia law
Yeah,
tells you that?
in the Hadith it says
In the Hadith,
that. Yeah, the Sharia law is just the Islamic way of living, just the teachings.
I know what Sharia law is. I'm asked like,
Yes.
what's the source? Because
Yeah,
what you're explaining is going in contradiction to what the Quran says.
no, the Quran doesn't say women can't divorce.
I didn't say women can't divorce under any circumstances. I'm talking about this specific example. We're talking about men marrying multiple women. So
Yeah,
if men
but
are allowed to marry multiple women, that's something that's halal for them. It's kosher for them. It's good for. It's allowed. It's
yeah,
permissible.
sure.
How is then a woman going to divorce her husband under the grounds that she's not happy that he's following something in the Quran? And how
Yeah,
are the
so
legislators going to turn around and say, yes, okay, we agree with you, even though the Quran says this, we're going to let you
yeah,
do something different?
I'll explain. I'll explain. Yeah.
Don't explain. Give me a source.
So Oh, yeah. Just let me tell you, and then I'll give you the source from what I'm referencing it.
Bro, you told me
So
already. Just give me the source.
yeah, because you just won't address what I said.
What didn't I
Yeah,
address
you
of
won't
what didn't I
it.
address of what you said?
You just repeat the question.
What
I
did I
explained it to you
address?
about
What
3
didn't I
times.
address? What didn't I address? You said a woman
Yeah.
has the power to ask for a divorce and get divorced because she's not happy. I'm asking you, okay, cool. What source material? What do you have in your Islamic religion that says that? Because that would
That
be
says
contradictory
women
to
can
the
get a
Quran.
divorce.
Pardon?
So you want me to be more specific? So you want me to bring you a source where it says women can divorce 4 men getting another wife?
A woman can divorce what?
Yeah, just tell me what you exactly want me to show you, because I'm
Okay.
not really getting it.
Okay, let's slow this down, right? A man in Islam can marry up to 4 women, right?
No, I understand what you're saying. It's just
Just
what
bro,
exact source do you want me to show
just
you?
listen.
What in the
Just listen.
No, I
Just bro,
understood.
just
Just
listen.
what in the
Just listen to me.
source?
Listen to me. Listen to me. A man in Islam can marry up to 4 women, right? Yes or no? Hello?
Yeah, just get to the point, brother. I'm getting the source for you.
Okay. Bro, this should be very simple. Okay. I'm making this claim based on chapter 4, verse 3 in the Quran, which gives a man the power to do this. You are now saying a woman can now divorce her husband in Islam if she's not happy with the fact he's marrying more than one woman. So I'm saying, how does that make sense if this is what the Quran says? What source do you have in the Quran or in the Hadith or whatever which is saying this is acceptable for women to do? Apparently this is rage bait. Okay. Was it rage bait with the guy in the video who was playing earlier? Maybe that makes sense. Muhammad says bad, but good women won't do that. It's the bad ones. Okay, and again, this person Pluto is saying the same thing. Meow is Mr. Meow saying, right? I want the source though, and hope like this is very simple to understand. It's very simple to understand, right? If your religion lets you marry multiple women, how is the woman now going to be able to divorce the husband for that particular scenario? And the legislators, the Sharia is going to say, yeah, you can do it. That doesn't make sense. Why should I search it up and use Google? I'm not making that claim. He's making the claim, so he has to bring it. And this is the point I'm trying to get you to realize. You have a clear verse in the Quran which is saying this is what a man is able to do. Right? So if a man is clearly able to do this, a woman coming along and saying, oh, well, I don't like this. That's the point I'm making. This is why Islam is bad for women, because women obviously are not going to like this. Most women are not going to like this. But the fact that this Muslim guy is trying to turn around and say, oh yeah, she can get out of it. Based on what? What is what are the real grounds that stops that marriage? Pluto says, don't marry a man that wants.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'll just explain to you the thing, because the source taking a bit of time. I don't want to waste your time.
But what is the source that
taking
you're
so
talking about though?
Yeah, I'll tell you, because I heard you saying, oh, just how would the woman get divorced by the man if Islam permits it? Islam just sets a limit on marriage, because the previous people didn't have a limit on how many women they're marrying. Back then, it was normal to marry more than one wife. In this society, in today's age, it's not. Like you'll see most Muslim men with just one wife, most of them. And just because Islam permits it, so say for example, a husband and a woman are married for, let's say, 5 years, 6 years, yeah, okay, yeah, and then the husband says, "I want to marry another woman." The original wife can be like can either just accept it, or they can say, no, I don't want you doing this. If the man chooses to continue with the marriage, the woman has the right to divorce. And it won't contradict the Quran because it's permissible for the man to do it, but it's not like it's not actually enforcing it. It doesn't say men have to get 4 wives
That's not the point,
and
bro.
women
That's not.
have.
I'm not making the point that they
Oh,
have to
yeah.
get 4 wives. That's not my point. Okay, think. Okay,
No, I know it's
okay.
not your point,
Think about it like
but
this. Yeah, think about it from this perspective. If a man marries a woman and she says she's not happy with it, number one, he doesn't even have to tell her he's going to get another wife. He can go and do it in secret. That's one thing. Number two, if she turns around and she says she doesn't like it, right? How is, like, you keep saying she can get a divorce, but what are the grounds? If he's doing something which is lawful to him, okay, I'll put it like this, right? Do people get divorced typically for good reasons or for bad reasons? Something bad's happening or something's good happening?
bad reasons.
Okay.
Normally.
Okay. Normally it's a bad reason. People are going to separate from a marriage because someone did something which was bad, it was wrong, and I don't like this. Now, in the case of Islam, if a man is married to a woman and he marries another woman, in Islam, is that bad or is it good?
It's not really a good thing or a bad thing. It's not even a sunnah. It's just you can do it. It's not a good thing or a bad thing.
Why can he do it according to the Quran?
Because the Quran set a limit.
Because the Quran said so, right?
Put a limit on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
so
that's not what I said.
So is the Quran? No, but I'm just helping you out because this is like you're making this more difficult than it needs to be. If the Quran, okay, is the Quran going to tell you to do good things or bad things?
Good things usually.
Usually.
Depends in the context.
Okay. Is the Quran going to allow you to do good things or bad things?
It's going to allow you to do good things.
Okay. So one of those good things that the Quran is saying in this scenario is that a man can marry multiple women. This is okay. What's halal and what's haram? What do those two words mean? What does haram mean?
Yeah, halal. Yeah, it's permissible. Again, that just proves my point. It sides with me. Just because a man can get another wife, it doesn't really mean it's a good thing, or it's neither a good thing or a bad thing.
Okay. If a Muslim man, had 5 wives, would that be good or bad?
That would be bad because
okay, why would that be bad?
The limits.
It would be bad because it exceeds limits, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so if a Muslim man doesn't exceed the limits, he doesn't go beyond the bounds, he stays within the limits. Is that good or bad?
Sure, that's good.
Okay. So by a man taking his opportunity to marry up to 4 women, he can marry 1, he can marry 2, he can marry 3, he can marry 4. As long as he stays within those confines and is treating them all equally, according to what the Quran says, he's doing a good thing, right? Not a bad thing.
Sure.
Okay. So if he's doing a good thing and not a bad thing, whether they each have a house or they have a separate house, however they're going to sort this out, when wife number 1, for example, comes along and says, I want to divorce you because you're marrying someone else other than me, if he's not doing a bad thing, how is, under Islam, he's just going to say no. No divorce is happening.
No, that's not how it works. He can't say no. If the woman says I want divorce, they have to go to court, like in the Islamic court.
I'm not disputing that.
That's how it is.
Let's say they go to court.
Yeah.
Let's say they go to court. How's the court going to turn around and say, okay, she doesn't like it, and because she doesn't like it, even though the Quran allows him to do that, how is the court going to turn around and say this marriage is over? Based on what?
You know, women can divorce for literally no reason. They can just say, I don't like this man. He's not been doing what I like. I just don't like him. She's allowed to get a divorce. I
She
don't know if you know that.
she's allowed. Women are allowed to say they want a divorce. Getting a divorce is a totally different scenario.
Yeah, no,
You understand that,
she's
right?
just permit. Yeah, I understand. She's just completely permitted. She can go court, say, I don't want to date this man
But
anymore.
but that's different
She's
to
allowed to get a
a
divorce.
man though. A man doesn't need to, like, a man can just say, okay, look, triple talaq and it's over, it's done.
Huh? Wait, repeat that?
A man can say divorce 3 times and it's over.
Sure.
Women can't do that. It's different.
Yeah, because women are more emotional. After an argument, they're more likely to do something. Even your Bible agrees with that. I don't want to go to the Bible, but I'm just saying, your paradigm agrees with it.
Not in the way you're talking about of Islam, no. But again, like, I'm still waiting for the source. You said tell me the source you're referencing in the Sharia, which apparently says a woman can divorce her husband because he's married multiple women.
I don't have to show you that because women can get divorced for no matter what.
Based on what? What source are you?
She's allowed.
What source? Give me the source that says
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
What Quran verse? What?
yeah. I can
When?
show.
What does it say that?
Yeah. Wait. Relax. Wait, I'll show you that. Just think, she can get a divorce literally by saying, "No, I don't like this guy."
Based on?
Yeah, I'll get you the source. Wait.
All right. He's going to get the source again, guys. Let's hopefully he'll get it this time, because like this makes like this. Hopefully this makes sense. This like it's so confusing. The man will be doing by marrying multiple women in Islam. He would be doing exactly what the Quran allows him to do. So if he's doing that, how is the woman going to turn around and say, I want to get a divorce? And how are they going to grant her a divorce? The courts would just say, no, he's well within his right to do that. The divorce is not valid. You're not bringing a valid reason for us to initiate this divorce. She will have to accept it.
No, that's not true. No.
So give me the source which says something different.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of getting the source, but women can get divorced with a valid reason, and one of the valid reasons is just saying I don't like him. The woman doesn't have to be with the man if she doesn't like him. For example, like, why would she be married to a man that she doesn't love anymore?
Because
Yeah.
she doesn't have grounds to divorce.
Yeah, I just said she does.
So I'm waiting for you to give me the source that says that.
Yeah, it's lit. Okay.
You give us your source. I already spoke about the verse.
Surah Baqarah 229 says
right.
women can divorce for a valid reason.
Okay, hold on.
Go on.
Listen, I never disputed that they can get divorced for a valid reason. That's not the point. I'm arguing and saying, is a man marrying multiple women a valid reason?
Yeah, because if, for example, if she stops liking the man for what he did, yeah, that's a valid reason. One of the valid reasons is she just, for example, doesn't love the man anymore. She's allowed to get a divorce.
Say that again.
Yeah, so I forgot what I said anyway, but wait. Yeah, so one of the permissible reasons is a woman, for example, the woman can stop loving the man for what he did, and he can go to court and she can say, "No, I don't love him anymore. I don't want to marry him anymore. I don't want to be married with him." She can get divorced. That's permissible. It's just because a woman doesn't have to be married to a man she doesn't love anymore.
All right. So
That's
what was the verse you said?
Surah Baqarah 229.
Chapter 229, right?
Yep.
Okay. Where does the context start for this verse? Hello. All right, let's go back a little bit. It's 228. Look at 227. If they resolve on divorce, surely God. Okay, so let's go back. Since this seems to be talking a bit about divorce. About. All right, let's go back one more. All right, so this is chapter 2, verse 224. We'll read down to, he said 229, right? Do not make God a hindrance through your oaths to being pious and God-fearing and putting things right between men. Surely God is all hearing, all knowing. That's 224. 225 says, God will not take you to task for a slip in your oaths, but he will take you to task for what your hearts have earned, and God is all forgiving, all clement. All right. 226. For those who forswear their women a wait of 4 months, if they revert, God is all forgiving, all compassionate. So I guess now it's, swinging into the whole topic of divorce here, is now saying if a man, I guess this is the waiting period. If in that period he says he's changing his mind, he can. I guess that's what that verse is saying. 227. But if they resolve on divorce, surely God is all hearing, all knowing. Okay, so if he doesn't relent within the time period, then she's obviously divorced. Okay, cool. 228. Divorced women shall wait by themselves for 3 periods, right? So about 3 months basically. And it is not lawful for them to hide what God has created in their wombs, the children, I guess, if they believe in God and the last day. In such time, their mates have better right to restore them if they desire to set things right. Women have such honorable rights as obligations, but their men have a degree above them. God is almighty, all wise. So again, flowing with the context here, if the marriage is on its last legs and they're in that waiting period, the divorce period,
Dude, what
chill out. Respect your Quran, bro.
You didn't even read the verse.
Yes, I did read the verse, man. Stop being silly.
No, you didn't. You just butchered it completely.
No,
How about you put on the screen, then read it?
It's on the screen on YouTube.
How about I put it on the screen?
I'm literally reading the Quran verse. I don't understand what was so difficult about this verse. I don't understand what was so difficult about this verse than the previous verses I read.
Calm down, bro.
I'm calm. I'm calm. I don't understand why I'm reading your Quran and for some reason you're now manifesting, bro. Chill out.
No,
chill.
Every single verse that you read,
chill.
Calm down. It's
what?
just been completely wrong.
Okay, bro. Okay, it's been completely wrong.
You said men have a higher degree over women. It actually says men have a higher degree of responsibility. Another 20 examples.
Okay.
And you're panicking.
I'm not. Why am I? Why would I be panicking? Bro, grow up. Okay, just for the sake of his concerns here, right? We was reading the Arbery translation. We'll look at some other translations here as well. To what is reasonable, but men have a degree of responsibility. That's in brackets over them, so that's not in the translation. What else do we have? Pick file. Men, bro, relax and respect your Quran, bro. Chill yourself out.
Why are you telling me
men are a degree above them. This is what Pickthal says. So here, international. Men have a degree over them, and then in brackets it says in responsibility and authority. That's in brackets. So for those of you who don't know, when it's in brackets, it means it's not in the Arabic. It's not original. It's an interpretation which is being added into it. Yusuf Ali says,
because imams use
according to what is equitable. Stop talking, bro. Respect your Quran.
Why don't you
respect your Quran according to what is equitable, but men have a degree of advantage over them. Right? That's what we've read through multiple different translations. For some reason, this guy started manifesting when we got to 228.
Again,
we didn't even get to the verse. This is what happens when we read context.
Can I speak?
No. Let me read the verse, and then
I can't speak.
No, you can't speak right now because we're reading the Quran, bro. Chill out. You took me to this verse. You took me to this verse. Let me read the verse.
You can't just say something and expect me not to respond.
You can respond when I'm finished.
That's just one-sided.
No, it's not. You took me to this verse. I'm reading the verse.
It's really one-sided.
Notice how
Like,
he started manifesting right
embarrassing.
before we got to the verse he mentioned, right? Just notice that, guys.
No, I'm not.
All
Because
right.
I want to add something.
Divorce is twice, 229. Divorce is twice, then honorable retention or setting free kindly. It is not lawful for you to take of what you have given them unless the couple fear they may not maintain God's bounds. If you fear they may not maintain God's bounds, it is no fault in them for her to redeem herself. Those are God's bounds. Do not transgress them. Whosoever transgresses the bounds of God, those are the evildoers. So where in this set of, let me read one more verse after, just to see. But where in these verses does it say a woman is able to divorce her husband because he's taken a second wife? 230 says, if he divorces her finally, she shall not be lawful to him after that until she marries another husband. If he divorces her, then it is no fault in them to return to each other if they suppose that they will maintain God's bounds. Those are God's bounds. He makes them clear unto a people that have knowledge. Okay, so where in this where in this set of verses, bro, does it say a woman is able to divorce her husband because he's following his allowances in the Quran, according to chapter 4, what is it, verse 3, and
Now
marry
watch
another
how
woman?
embarrassing.
Go ahead.
All right, now watch how I embarrass you. So I never said that this verse is gonna specifically say, oh, men can divorce, or no, women can divorce just because a man did this. But what I'm telling you is that the verse 229 says that women can divorce for a good reason. And another thing is that, and a good reason is, for example, the woman stops loving the man. That's a good reason. And for when I told you to asking you what are you reading, it's because I was reading through the verse with you, and what you're saying is completely off.
It wasn't completely
It
off.
was kind of the translation. Yeah, one sec. The translation you're reading was just twisting the verses. And another thing is, when imams translate the Quran, they use hadith to textually they use the hadith to support it better, because the hadith in some parts explain the Quran better. If Muhammad explains the Quran, he teaches it. The Mufassirs teach it.
Do you know Arabic?
And yeah, no.
Okay, so you are saying me reading one of the translations of the Quran, those people who are Arabic speakers who translated the Quran, they somehow don't know Arabic, but you know Arabic.
Yeah.
How does that make? You know better? You know better than them.
Yeah. When the imams translate the Quran, they don't just do it just by the Arabic. They translate it using the hadith. The hadith, Muhammad explains the Quran, explains each verse in detail. This is where scholarship comes from. The scholars look at what the hadith say and that. So when they used to translate the Quran, they use the hadith as well.
All right, so we went to chapter 2. I already said to you, a man marrying multiple women is halal. So I don't understand what was so difficult about us going to this passage. We were reading it, it was fine. When it now came to the breakdown, all of a sudden it was a problem. I'm apparently reading some different translation or something along those lines, when I'm reading a very popular Arabic translation of the Quran. And I even read multiple different translations, all basically saying the same thing. So again, bro, you couldn't provide me anything which agrees with what you're saying. So I'm going to move on to the next caller. And
yeah, let me respond before you kick me, okay? Can I just respond before you kick me?
All right, go ahead. You got 10 seconds.
So you're just give me at least 30 seconds and I'll drop myself. You're just respectfully, you just don't want to understand and you want to keep arguing over it. Because I told you, this verse shows women can divorce over good reasons. A good reason is that woman stops loving a man. If a man gets another wife, the original wife can just stop loving a man. He just says, no, I don't like you anymore, I don't love you. and that's a valid reason for divorce. You're just very ignorant and you don't want to understand, you don't want to learn, you just want to debate.
All right, bro. I'm apparently ignorant. All right. Let's go to the next caller, but you can see how just crazy this is, right? What's clear and obvious all of a sudden doesn't become clear and obvious, even when you read their sources. So we're gonna go to, excuse me, Malik. Malik, can you hear me? You're up. Malik, say something, or I'm gonna move on. Okay, hold on.
Hear me, brother? Hello.
Oh, sorry. I can hear you. It was my fault.
Yeah. Okay.
How you doing, Malik?
So hi, I am Muslim. First of all, and sorry for my bad English.
Oh, it's fine. You sound like you can speak English well enough.
Yeah, I can speak. So our topic is about what today, for women or what?
Yeah, we're talking about. We played a video at the beginning of the live stream where a man was saying Islam honors women more than Christianity.
Okay.
And I'm a Christian who helps other Christians defend their faith, so I don't agree with that. And we're having conversations now showing why that's not true. So I don't know how much of the last conversation you heard with the previous caller.
I don't heard, like I just come right now.
Okay, so you heard a little bit, that's it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, cool. So I gave him the option of two things. Number one, one of the reasons why I say Islam is bad for women is because okay, actually, let me slow down, right? You said you're a Muslim. What kind of Muslim are you? Sunni or Shia?
I am Sunni.
Okay, you're Sunni, so you accept the Quran and you accept the Hadith as well, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay, cool. So the two options I gave him were, number one, something we spoke about several times before, the fact in the Islamic sources, there was a point in time when Muhammad ordered the husbands to beat their wives.
Okay.
Which is obviously bad for women, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing which I was speaking with the last caller about was about how most women don't like the fact, and I'm not going to like the fact, that men can marry multiple women in Islam. Now, and then also when you get to paradise as well.
Okay.
Which would you like to talk about?
Can you repeat the last one?
In Islam, you can marry multiple women now, up to 4 women, and in paradise as well.
Like in Islam, we are allowed to marry 4 women. Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. So what?
Do you think women like that, or they don't like
that? What? I mean, it's okay when you marry 4 women. What's the problem?
Do you think women? I'm not talking about from the perspective of the men. And guys, make sure you're sharing the stream, right? Stream. They're already reporting the stream for hate speech, which is always mind-boggling to me, guys. We're reading Islamic sources. All right, so I'm talking. Think about it, Malik, from the woman's perspective, the Muslimah. Do you think she likes the fact that you, as a Muslim man, can marry multiple women?
Yeah, now, why not?
And also in paradise.
Yeah.
Do you think she likes it?
Yeah, what's the problem?
Do you think she likes it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I need the Muslims in the comments to speak about this.
So the thing is, you just told me at the beginning that Muhammad ordered man to beat women in Islam. Where did where's the hadith that you showing us? Like Muhammad ordered the man to beat women.
Why, do you think I'm lying?
Do
you think I'm lying?
I'm not saying that you are lying, brother. No.
Bro, I'm asking you a question. Do you think I'm lying?
I don't know. I have to see proof. You know what I mean? You have to see me proof. Like I can give you proof. Like in Islam, there is no such mentioning of women that you can beat a woman. No.
Are you sure?
That's not case.
How long have you been a Muslim?
Huh?
How long have you been a Muslim?
My whole life.
Your whole life?
Yeah.
Have you read the Quran?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, interesting. So, if I show you that the Quran says you can strike your wife, and I show you Muhammad ordering husbands to strike their wives, to beat their wives,
Okay.
are you gonna agree with me that Islam is bad for women?
Look, here's the thing. I'm not scholar or something like that. When you show me, I have to I have to see it my own. What's the background? What's the background that you are showing me? Okay, let's talk.
Okay.
You can show me.
Okay.
I can tell you too.
Okay. You have your Quran?
What?
You have your Quran?
I have it, but it's not in my translation. Like it's in Arabic.
Okay. You speak Arabic?
No, I can't speak Arabic. No.
Okay. All right. Chapter 4. I'll show you the Quran, then I'll show you Hadith, right?
Okay.
All right. So in the Quran, guys, I'm going to show him in the Quran firstly that he's allowed to strike his wife as a Muslim man, and then I'm going to show him a Hadith where Muhammad ordered husbands to beat their wives.
Okay.
All right. So chapter 4 verse 34 in the Quran, it says, I'm going to read
Chapter 4?
Chapter 4 verse 34. I'm going to read the second half of the verse because it's relevant to what we're talking about, right? Just to save some time. So it says, righteous women are therefore obedient, guarding the secret for God's guarding. And those you fear may be rebellious, admonish, banish them to their couches, and beat them. If they hold on, respect your Quran. Okay. If they then obey you, look not for any way against them. God is almighty, all great. So you saw that, right?
So let me respond to it. So it's the thing. In Arabic word that you're using, that's called daraba. This is the word.
Okay.
And people translate it as a beat, but that is not the case. In Arabic, daraba means actually to separate, to withdraw, to set an example, to strict symbolic, to leave. It's not that you can beat them. This is a strict violation. You can't say that's the beating.
It means
that's meaning it's like to withdraw, to separate, to strike symbolically, to leave. That's not beating.
Okay, so
yeah.
Hold on. So he's basically saying, guys, that the word means something completely different.
Yeah.
And my argument isn't that some words have different meanings.
Yeah.
But the context of what's being said is what determines what the word means, right?
No, I am agreeing with you. It's not about context. It's about the meaning. You have to understand the meaning. What's used in Arabic? Arabic is very wide language.
I know.
So, like word daraba, it's often used not to beat. Many people like understand it as a beat. That's not beat. That's not automatically violent. It's mean to separate, to withdraw, to set an example. And the verse that strict limiting process, not permission. The verse given as a last report sequence, like advice, talk, separate, beds, cooling off, drabra, symbolic, non-harmful action. It's not sudden, emotional, angry, violent, painful, like that.
Hold on. So if it was sudden and angry, then it would be wrong. But if it's calm and collected and you take your time and you don't rush into it, then it's okay.
It's this word, it's not sudden, it's not emotional, not angry, not violent, not painful.
That's what I'm asking.
It's just like advice, talk, separate beds, cooling off. And let me give you this. How Prophet explained it, this is a decisive, clear statement. Do not strike the female servant of Allah, Abu Dawud. The best of you are the best to their wives. That is in Trimidi. How can you, one of you, beat his wife like a slave and then lie with her at night? Bukhari and Muslim. His own behavior, Prophet never struck a woman, a servant, or anyone. That's in Sahih Muslim.
All right.
So I don't know what this and what one thing are you telling us. Like, you have to understand the meaning, bro.
Okay, so most Muslim scholars,
and even
listen to me.
Even this Imam al-Nawawi,
bro, listen to me. Listen to me. Don't just go and search quickly and
no, bro. I'm not searching. I'm not searching.
And just read what is being said because it's not going to help you. Listen.
I am telling you the truth.
Just listen.
Okay.
Just listen.
Okay.
All right. So,
okay, bro.
So, in the Quran, you talk about this Arabic word.
Yeah.
Are there instances in the Quran where this same Arabic word is used and it's talking about a physical strike?
What do you mean by that?
Your whole argument is that basically, well, this word means to strike, but it means other stuff. And
Yeah, that's right.
I'm asking you. So in the Quran, this same word is used in other places. Is it used in other places in the Quran in a physical striking sense?
I didn't memorize the whole Quran, so I can't tell you like this.
You didn't memorize the Quran, but somehow you know this passage isn't speaking about
because
a
most of the
strike.
Christian because most of the Christian give this same argument every time. That's why I know this.
Okay, so this is why you know this verse. That's not the point I said. My point is somehow you know that the Arabic here, the word here doesn't mean a physical strike, but in other places it does mean physical strike.
It doesn't mean physical strike, right?
Based on what?
Based on what? Based on the meaning, bro.
No, but the meaning, I've spoken to many Muslims before. I've played Muslim videos of Muslim scholars who say it means strike.
Okay, let me show the videos.
You want me to show you a video?
Yeah, show me the video. Which scholar is saying that?
All right, no, before that, right? Before I show you that, I said I was going to show you Muhammad ordering husbands to strike their wives, right?
I already show you the hadith, plenty of hadith. He didn't tell something like that.
Okay, so at best, what you're going to have is a contradiction in your narrations, right?
Okay, let me show.
Okay, so Ibn Majah, 1985.
Ibn
Majah, 1985.
Okay, let me search it. Ibn Majah,
1985.
1985. 1985.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, so I'll read it. It says, it was narrated that Ilyas ibn Abdullah bin Abu Dabab said, the Prophet said, do not beat the female slaves of Allah. Then Umar came to the Prophet and said, O Messenger of Allah, the women have become bold towards their husbands, so order the beating of them. What did Umar say to Muhammad?
Okay.
What does he want?
I'm at okay. So order the
beating of them.
Okay. Like so, this is chapter 51.
Hold on,
Majah 1985, right?
Yeah. Okay. So what does he want them? What does he want Muhammad to do?
So order the beating of them.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. And then what does it say next?
And they were beaten.
Okay. So Umar goes to the Prophet and says, you said don't beat them, but the women are becoming bold now, so order us to beat them. And then it says they were beaten. Wait, who ordered them to be beaten?
Okay, brother, it's okay. Do you know the context of this hadith?
Bro, just answer the question. Who ordered them to be beaten?
Okay, Muhammad ordered them. Okay, do you know the context of the hadith? What's the context?
Okay, so Muhammad ordered them to beat their wives.
What is the context?
Listen to me.
Okay, I'm listening, bro.
Muhammad ordered them to beat their wives. You already accepted that. Yeah. Now, listen, listen. Slow down.
I'm listening.
Listen. So, based on what you said about chapter 4, verse 34, do you believe that Muhammad is here telling these husbands, Muslim men, to separate from their wives? That's what you think he's saying?
Yeah. You have to understand the context. Let me show you the context. Can I?
Guys, this is what Islam does. This is what Islam does.
You have to, bro. You have to understand the context.
This is what
you are
Islam
running
does
away.
To
like,
you.
Can I?
Does it tell you, bro? Does it tell you the context in the hadith or not?
Yeah, of course. We have to know the context.
Okay.
You can't.
Go ahead,
you can't read any hadith.
Go ahead.
Okay. Ibn Majah 1985 hadith summary. Some women complained to Prophet that their husband had hit them. The Prophet responds by criticizes those men not approving their action. Many women have come to family Muhammad complaining about their husband. Those men are not best among of you. And the context is men hit their wives. Women complained. Prophet publicly shamed and morally downgraded those men. He called them not to beat, not the best among of you.
All right.
So this is the context.
All right. Watch this. The women complained that the husbands were beating their wives, right? The women complained that the husbands were beating their wives, right?
Yeah.
Why were the husbands beating their wives?
Because I don't know.
What did Hadith say? Why did the husbands beat their wives?
Why?
You've been smoking that Tawweed, right? Haven't you?
What?
My goodness. Okay, let's go back to the hadith.
Uh-huh.
The women complained that their husband beat them, right?
Woman complained, husband beaten. Yeah, okay.
Okay. Why did the husbands beat them according to the hadith?
I don't know. No, I don't know.
Okay. Umar said, so order the beating of them. And they were beaten. Who ordered them to be beaten?
It's not, it's like, you are showing me like another hadith. It's not Ibn Majah 1985 that I have in front of me.
Who ordered them to be beaten?
Bro, it's Ibn Majah 1985 or what?
Who ordered them to be beaten?
So, ordered the beating of them and they were beaten.
Who ordered them to be beaten? This is so simple. Who ordered them?
Okay. Also, according to you, you are saying that's Prophet.
Not according to me, according to the source that we're reading, your Sahih Hadith.
Like,
who ordered them to be beaten?
Look.
Who ordered them to be beaten? Just answer the question.
Okay, Prophet. Let me.
Okay. So he ordered them to be beaten. They went to now beat them, and then they complained, and then he said, if you do that, you're not the best.
Which hadith is the? I have to see the hadith by my own. You are saying me Ibn Majah 1985. I'm having this hadith. It's not the same hadith that you're telling me.
I don't know what to do if
no, you have to tell me the hadith too.
I've given you the hadith number.
Ibn Majah 1985. I am having on my handy on my mobile. That's not the same hadith.
All right. Okay.
Days.
Try. Okay. I don't understand why you can't. It's not coming up for you. Try.
No. You have to show me the hadith.
Try Ibn Dawud. Abu Dawud, sorry, 2146.
Abu Dawud? Okay, no. So first of all, you have to show me the hadith that you're referring like now. You have to reference the hadith. Which way does this hadith? You show me Ibn Majah 1985. I open this and there is no such mentioning of that Prophet ordered them. There is no such hadith.
Okay.
What are you showing to us?
Okay. I don't understand what you're reading if you're not reading it. Go to Abu Dawud 2146.
No. Show me the hadith that you're showing me right now.
I'm showing it on my live stream on YouTube.
You told me Ibn Majah 1985. I open it my tab, but that's not the same hadith. Which hadith is this, bro?
My goodness. Do you think if you say it's not the hadith, people are going to be dumb enough to actually believe what you're saying?
No, people are not dumb enough. I have to see it with my own eyes. I don't know whether you are showing that's right hadith or not.
Go to Abu Dawud 2146.
Abu Dawud?
My goodness.
Abu Dawud
2146.
Abu Dawud 2146. Literally, bro, I have no bad intention for you and for every people who's watching here, but I just have to realize myself, okay, that hadith that you're showing it's right or not. I already entered it, but it's not the same hadith that you told me, okay?
Somehow it's not the same hadith. Somehow.
No, I entered it.
Somehow.
Okay, Abu Dawud 2146. I enter right now. Okay, let me. No?
What's it saying? Are you going to tell me this is not? You can't see this one either, right?
Okay, it's Abu Dawud 2146. Okay, I have opened it.
Okay, what does it say? You read it.
Okay, many women have come to the family of Prophet Muhammad complaining about their husband. Those men are not the best among of you.
No. Read from the top.
Okay, let me wait. Full hadith. Okay, wait. The messenger of Allah said, "Do not strike the female servant of Allah." The Umar ibn al-Khattab came to messenger of Allah and said, "Women have become bold toward their husband." So permission was given, Ruksa. After that, many women come to family of messenger and complaining about the husband. It's the same hadith?
How can it be the same hadith if you said you couldn't see the hadith last time?
It's the same hadith, right?
Apparently you couldn't see the hadith last time, but somehow this is the same hadith.
I see the last hadith. I entered this, but that was not the same hadith. Okay, right now we are reading same hadith, right? Right, brother?
What did Umar, the companion, come to Muhammad for in this hadith? What does it say?
So give permission. So after that,
what does it say? What does it say?
Hmm?
Women have become emboldened towards their husbands. Then it
Uh-huh.
says, he gave permission to beat them. Who is the he here?
Bro, look.
Who is the he here?
Look. Let me read the hadith for you.
Look. Bro, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap, bro. You can't comprehend clearly. Just notice how this works, guys. We're having these conversations. He says, no, women. The Quran doesn't say that. Muhammad didn't ever do that. You show them the Quran verse, they start explaining it in a way. You show them the hadith. All of a sudden, I'm apparently showing some hadith which is not true. This is crazy. All right. It's crazy, guys. This is what Islam can do to you. All right, we got. All right, next caller, Ghost.
Hey, how you going?
How you doing, bro? You alright?
Yeah, not too bad. Can't complain. Although I can complain about you. You've been lying on the hadiths.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Apparently, I've been lying. What did I lie about?
You have, because the references that you've all quoted.
What did I lie about?
Funnily enough, I do know them. I know the references you've quoted, and nowhere in any of them does it say, "Give us permission to beat them." It doesn't say that.
Okay.
And funnily enough, you're too scared to show it on the screen. Can you do that for me?
Bro, how long have you been watching the live stream?
Can you show them on the screen?
How long have you been on the live stream?
Show them on the screen.
How long have you been on the live stream?
I've been on the live stream for long enough to hear all your filthy lies, man. Show it on the screen.
Okay, you said I lied about what?
You said you are lying on the verse in the Quran. It doesn't say beat them. And you're also lying on the hadith. When Umar came to the Prophet ﷺ and asked the women husband, so give us permission
He asked
to
what?
discipline
He asked
them.
what, sorry?
Because that's what the Arabic actually says.
He asked what, sorry?
To discipline them, right?
Why did he ask to discipline them?
The Prophet ﷺ. Yeah, because they were becoming emboldened towards their husband, and they would become disobedient.
Okay,
right?
so
with that
so
being
when
said,
your wife is disobedient, listen. So when the wife is disobedient, it's acceptable. It's acceptable to discipline them. It's acceptable to discipline them.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is the same way in the Quran when it says that if they become disobedient to a certain degree, after a few certain steps that you take, you strike them. And the word that's used, which is daraba, right? Mm-hmm. The word that the brother was actually addressing earlier, means, as we know, and as the Islamic scholars know, and as the Islamic jurisprudence sets it as, is to strike them in multiple different ways. There's multiple ways you can interpret this, right? The first one is with a miswak.
Okay.
A stick,
hold on, guys. Right? I need to go get my miswak.
Yeah. So it's like a toothbrush. In a way where you hit them without leaving a mark or a bruise. It's a signifier of, I guess, what you can say, being upset.
All right,
so signifier,
guys.
Right? So it's not to hurt them. It's to show your discontent.
Smash the like button.
Now, with that being said, the other, on the other hand,
using it on his
the
wife.
other strike is to separate, as the brother was interpreting in his way. His way is also correct. It's to separate. It's to divide, right? Because the word can also mean that. In Arabic, words have multiple meanings. I don't know if you ever knew this.
Well, I said that earlier on to the guy. So somehow you heard his argument, but you didn't hear me. But you didn't hear me say this to the guy earlier on.
No.
You heard me. You heard the guy make the argument, but you didn't hear me say the word has different meanings based on the context.
Yes, the word has different meanings based on context.
So is there a context? So is there a context where is there a context where the word means to strike? And it's talking about
where the word means to strike.
Yes,
it means to separate.
No.
And it means to hit with a toothbrush. Yes.
Is there a context in the Quran where that word means to strike, to hit something?
To hit, yes, with a toothbrush. In that verse specifically, with the
guys, just know that this whole miswak, that's nowhere mentioned in the Quran verse. Nowhere mentioned in the Quran verse, guys. This guy is accusing me of lying. He's lying on what the Quran says.
You think we're Quranists only, which we're
I
not,
did, bro.
right?
I was
Because we don't
just
take
reading
from
hadiths.
one thing.
How can I
Hold
think
on,
you're Quran only?
I'm teaching you.
No,
I'm
you're not
teaching you
teaching
now.
me. You're
So we
teaching
take
everyone
from
on
one
the
thing.
live stream that you don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
I am.
You're lying, bro.
No, I know more than you do. And the funny thing is, you have an issue with Islamic jurisprudence when you haven't even looked into your own faith.
Okay.
You have a horrible interpretation. You're giving your own interpretation. You're adding words into the Quran in front of the Muslims.
What
And
verses?
this
What
is
words
very
did I add to the
disingenuous
Quran?
of you.
What?
Why do you constantly
Notice.
add the word? Why do you constantly add the word beat? Why do you constantly add phrases like, he asked permission to beat them, and then the Prophet gave it? No.
Because it says
Nowhere
that.
does
It
it say
says
that.
it.
Nowhere does it say that. Show it on the screen.
This
If
is
it says it, show it on the screen.
these guys. This is what Islam does to you.
Show your proof.
You see?
No. Islam
I've been
teaches me
showing
proper
it on the
education.
screen on
No,
my
you haven't
YouTube
shown
live stream
shit.
every
You
single
have
time.
not shown anything on the TikTok thing. I'm on TikTok,
Yeah,
dude.
come to
Show it on
YouTube
the
and you can
TikTok
see
screen.
it. Come to YouTube and you can see it. I've been showing it.
Yeah, show it on the
So
TikTok screen.
these lies, guys, that he's trying to spread here for TikTok viewers. Oh, he's not showing it. He's
Show
lying.
it on TikTok, dude. I'm on TikTok.
Go
I'm not looking at YouTube. Show it over here.
Go to Ibn Majah 1985. Go to Abu Dawud 2146. You can see it yourself.
It doesn't say it. It doesn't say beat them.
Yes.
It doesn't say beat them. Do you speak Arabic, by the way?
Do you?
Hold on, real quick. Do you speak
Do
Arabic?
you speak Arabic?
No, I don't. So
Okay,
that's
so
why
are you asking? Why are you asking me if I speak Arabic? Because if you speak Arabic,
because I've gone to the Arabic speakers. I've gone to Arabic speakers.
who translated these Qurans into English translations? Who translated the Hadith into English? Are these Quran Arabic speakers or not, bro? Are they Arabic speakers or not?
And the thing is, they've translated.
Are they Arabic speakers or not?
Very, very immature.
Are they Arabic speakers or not?
Which can't translate it properly.
Are they Arabic speakers or not?
Yes, they are.
So somehow they can't translate it properly, but your scholars can translate it properly.
Well, you're interpreting it wrong because when you read the English, you're adding in the word.
I'm just reading what it says.
You're adding in the word belt. You're adding in.
When did I say belt?
Yeah, no, I'm paraphrasing. Right? You said beaten.
The Prophet, gave permission to beat them.
No, it does not say that.
Bro,
show it.
Everybody is laughing at you on YouTube who can see it highlighted.
It's funny. They can keep laughing.
The Prophet, gave permission to beat them. Listen,
it doesn't say that.
Any Muslim who's seeking truth.
Who does that translation?
Any Muslim who's seeking truth.
Who does that translation?
Go to Abu Dawud 2146. You can see it there for yourself. It says that. This guy is a liar. This guy is lying and saying that I'm lying.
On TikTok. You're calling me a liar. Show it on TikTok. Let's see.
Get out of here, man. You're bleeding out on the arena floor. You're done. This guy wants you. This guy wants you to read those hadith and brainwash yourself to think it's talking about a miswak, a toothpick. Only God can help these robots. These guys, man. You're lying. All right. Aaron the Reaver. I've apparently been afraid of you, so.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but in your call thing, you're really laggy for some reason.
Okay, so
like the YouTube stream's been fine, but for some reason in Video Ninja, you've been like glitching out.
You're a Muslim, right?
Yeah, I'm a Muslim. Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Ain't that the truth? Thank God we are Christians.
I'm talking. Can you hear me?
Bro, we can hear you.
Hello?
Everyone can hear you. You can hear me. I don't understand what's going on. No previous caller.
Your video.
No previous caller. No previous caller was complaining. I've been taking guests from both sides. No one complained about what you're talking about, bro.
All right, bro. Well, let's talk then. You say Islam is bad for women, right?
You're a Muslim, Sunni or Shia?
I'm Sunni.
Okay, so you accept the Quran and the Hadith?
Yeah.
Okay, so You've been listening. What do you think about what some of these previous Muslims have been saying? Can you do a better job than them?
You're literally lagging. I don't know. You keep like pausing. You keep pausing, bro. Like I can't even hear what you're saying.
You can't hear me.
Like you keep lagging, bro. Like wait, let me hold on. I'm gonna try to talk to you through the YouTube stream.
No. Look, just drop and come back. Because I'm about to drop you, bro.
And come back.
Because this is crazy. It's always funny when you have these Muslims. They talk in the comment section and they say, "Oh yeah, he's afraid, he's scared." No, we just believe in doing things decently and in order, right? So if you call in, I'm going to try and stick to the order of which the people called in. So let's see if it's better this time. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, now I can hear you.
Oh,
I don't know what was going on.
Now you can hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So you heard the previous callers. You said you're a Sunni, you accept the Quran and you accept the Hadith. Why on earth would you think I'm afraid of you?
Bro, okay, yeah, your stream is so bad.
Okay, my stream.
Bro, you keep freezing.
Okay.
Like literally, you're cutting. Like every 10 seconds, you're cutting out.
All right.
So like I heard you say, "Am I a Sunni?" And then it cut out.
All right, so it looks like you're gonna have to call in another time, then, bro.
Wait, I'm gonna mute you on.
Because something's happening to you that is not happening to anybody else.
Okay, well, just let me just ask you one quick question, okay?
No.
Okay.
All right, this is either, listen.
All right, try one more time.
I'll give you one more chance. Call in again, and if we can make it work, we can make it work. If not, I'm going to have to not be able to speak to you today because clearly no one else has been complaining about calling in on either side. So it seems like the problem is you. But this is crazy. That's a good question right there, you know. Why ask a question if the call isn't working? It's crazy. All right, come on. And the crazy thing about this is, right, like, Muslims, they do it to themselves. This is why, like I said earlier, they have to report the live stream for hate speech. They have to report it for hate speech because they can't handle what their sources actually say. So they turn around and say, yeah, this is what I'm going to do. Even though he's reading what my Quran says, even though he's reading what my Sahih authentic hadith say, I'm going to still report the live stream and report it for hate speech. How does that even make sense? Imagine someone speaking about the Bible and I go and report them and say it's hate speech. This is crazy. It might be your internet. Might be. All right. See? Oh, this is crazy, guys, man. I'm apparently cooked. Interesting. The ghost who I was speaking to, that was the guy who I was speaking to before. I'm apparently cooked, even though he couldn't handle any of the things we're reading and he's saying I'm lying. I'm literally showing the sources on stream on YouTube and somehow I'm lying. The last Muslim caller before that, I'm reading what the sources actually say. I'm reading through the Quran verses. He had no problem. Until we got to the verse before, the verse he mentioned, all of a sudden, he turned into a robot. All right. Come on, Aaron. Come on.
Yo, hello?
Are you there?
Hello?
Or not? You can't hear me?
Yeah, I closed the YouTube tab. It might be good now. I don't know what was going on. It probably is my end. It probably is my end. But I don't know. The stream was fine for me, but for some reason the call wasn't. But
okay, so you can hear me now, yeah?
Yeah, I can still hear you, but I don't know. You might have to repeat yourself because it's keep Okay, bro, it keeps freezing.
Someone said it's probably
Bro,
Shaitan.
I don't know what to say. It just keeps
probably
freezing,
Shaitan.
bro.
Shaitan doesn't want you to get this truth.
Yeah, Shaitan doesn't want me to expose you.
You're funny.
I don't know. Every for some reason, every 15 seconds, like I can hear you, and then it pauses for 2 seconds. I don't know.
You haven't got the truth, bro. Come on, man. Did you say inshallah before you called him?
Wait, am I still in the call?
You're still here.
Okay, bro. I don't know. It keeps lagging every 2 seconds, so I might have to ask you to repeat yourself. But
all right. So, what do you have to say, man? Come on, about what we've said. I've been speaking to these Muslims. Apparently, I'm afraid of you. I'm scared of what you're gonna say. What do you have to say about what I was talking about?
Yeah, I want to deal with the prompt of your stream. You said Islam is bad for women.
Yeah, and I've given 2 reasons why today in the live stream. 1, men in Islam can marry multiple women. Most women obviously can see why that's a bad thing.
Yeah, so
most women would not like that. And we spoke about Muhammad ordering husbands to beat their wives.
Okay, can you tell me, based on what standard you're saying Islam is bad?
Christianity. The things I'm mentioning.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Why are you laughing for?
All that stuff is in the Bible, though. That's the funny thing.
Okay. Like what? Where do you see a husband being commanded to beat his wife in the Bible?
I can show you where a husband can beat his maidservant in the Bible.
Did you hear the question I asked?
No, you glitched, but I thought
I said where.
Can you show me?
I said where in the Quran? I glitched that perfect opportune time, right? Opportune time. Where in the Bible do you see a husband being commanded to beat his wife?
Oh yeah, I can show you. Can you go to Deuteronomy 21:20?
It doesn't say that though. So I don't need to go there because I know you're just messing around.
Sorry, Exodus 21:20.
It doesn't say that.
Oh really? You want to?
So if I go to that passage, it's going to say that a husband can beat his wife.
Well, maidservant.
So the answer is no.
You can be his maidservant.
So the answer is no.
The answer is he can be his maidservant.
So do you see what's happening here? You're saying these things are in the Bible, but you can't provide references, which I'm doing for Islam.
No, I'm showing you that Christianity is actually worse than the Quran.
Okay.
And
it's worse.
Yeah, according to your own subjective standard.
What's subjective?
Well, you haven't provided an objective standard as why Islam is bad.
Okay. So
you're just using an emotional argument.
So is Islam? Let me ask you this: Is Islam an objective standard?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is Islam an objective standard?
Yeah. Sorry, did you cut out? Did you say why is it an objective standard?
Yes. Why is Islam an objective standard?
Because we can prove the Quran's divine authorship.
So, because you believe you can prove that Islam is true, that's why the Quran is an objective standard.
No, because I can prove. I just believe.
You believe that?
No, I can prove it.
Okay. Whenever we do a live stream on something along those lines, you can have your best try. But back to the point now. So, Islam, according to 434, gives husbands the permission, the power to strike their wives. Okay. And
so even if I grant you it, how does that make Islam worse than Christianity?
I already told you.
You didn't give an objective standard of morality.
I just told you. For a Muslim, where does your objective morality come from?
The Quran and the Sunnah.
Okay. For a Christian, where does their objective morality come from?
Their objective standard comes from the Bible.
Okay. So why do you keep saying I'm not giving you an objective standard?
Because the Bible is not an objective standard.
Okay, according to you.
No. According to the evidence.
Okay. We're not debating that today. So
see, that's the whole problem.
I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time.
He just got baked, guys.
No, I didn't just get baked. Because this is
assuming that the Bible is true in all of your arguments.
You're assuming that the Quran is true in all of your arguments.
No, I'm not assuming. As I said,
yes, you are. See, he just got baked.
But I can show you evidence.
You see, and do you see what's happening here, right?
You can't show me evidence. Though.
I'm opening up for Muslims to call in. Muslims who believe that the Quran is the word of God and they follow the Hadith, which are authentic. I'm a Christian. We're not here to debate. Do you hear me debating with these Muslims I'm speaking to saying, oh, yeah, but this isn't the word of God or anything along those lines? It's irrelevant to what we're talking about. They believe the Quran and the Hadith, which they hold authentic, are true. So I'm not going to waste time telling them why, you know what, it's not true or whatever. That's not the point of today's topic. So we're not here. So we're not here to debate.
I'll tell you.
We're not here to debate the Bible and the Quran. Is this true? Is that true?
Okay, so what you're saying is equivalent to me saying that the Quran is better for women than Christianity because the Quran says so.
If you had a reverse live stream and you said Christianity is bad for women, Islam is better, you know that you would have Christians call in.
Wait, repeat the last part.
You know you'd have Christians call in. If you did a live stream, Christianity is bad for women, Islam is better. You know you would have Christians call in, and they're not going to come and most likely be debating you about whether Quran is the word of God or the Bible's the word of God. That's not the point of the conversation. They will be asking you, okay, why is it bad for women? And then you'd have conversations about what it says in the Bible against what it says in the Quran and the Hadith, etc. This is very basic.
Yeah, so
what you're trying to do is,
we look at.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
We have to use an objective standard. Yeah, see, because you know you're going to get destroyed.
No, I don't know I'm going to get destroyed. That's not the point. I want to stay on topic.
Islam is better. Islam is better for women than Christianity is.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. I've given you examples already.
No, but those are just subjective examples. I think those are more moral. I think all those examples you gave are more moral than what's taught in the Bible.
A husband in Islam can strike his wife. Is that good for women or bad for women?
Even if I grant you that that's true, it's better than what's in Christianity.
Okay, it's better than what's in Christianity, even though in Christianity a husband can't strike his wife. Make that make sense?
Yeah, because a husband can strike his sex slave.
Make that make sense?
Again, because the Quran says so.
Let's
see the problem. My objective morality is from the Quran, and yours is from the Bible. So it ultimately has to come down to what's our objective morality.
Okay, so I get that.
Morality. So
you think it's acceptable for a husband to strike his wife because it's found in the Quran?
Yeah, I mean, I would define strike differently than how you would probably, but yeah.
Okay, how would you define strike?
So strike, as defined by the 4 schools of thought, is just a light tap.
How does the Quran define it?
Doesn't mean you can't harm her. The Quran doesn't define it. It just uses that word.
It uses a word which has a meaning, but somehow it doesn't define it.
No. The meaning can be multiple.
Yes, based on the context.
Okay, if I show you a hadith that says if I show you a hadith that says that you cannot harm anybody, then that would show that it's not meaning in a harmful manner.
No, it wouldn't. It would, because you'd have to look at the context of what the hadith is saying. And
listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, okay?
I'm listening.
I'm saying that it means you can strike her, but not in a harmful way.
Okay. So when Muhammad ordered the women to be beaten, you want us to believe that he meant you can beat them, not in a harmful way.
Yes, and I can give you evidence for that.
Look, the point I'm trying to get you to realize, right, I've said this
Bro,
multiple.
you're running away from the evidence.
I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not
Bro,
running
you
away.
need to take your
I'm
stream
not
down,
running
bro.
away from the evidence. Slow down and listen to what I'm about to say. Like I was saying, I've spoken to many Muslims before who say, well, look, there's hadith which say this, there's hadith which say that. And I say the same thing to those Muslims, which I'm going to say to you right now. There's also hadith which showcase the opposite. So at best, what you're showing is that in Islam, in your Sahih, authentic narrations, there is contradictory accounts, which are both seen as Sahih, authentic.
Nope.
This is
I'm saying your interpretation is wrong.
This is why I'm asking you about that particular hadith, for example, where Muhammad ordered them to be beaten. You can read the hadith, and it's obvious.
I've already read the hadith.
I know. I'm just listening to what I'm saying. You can read the hadith, and it's very obvious and clear that what Umar was asking for was not to be able to beat them lightly with a miswak.
Doesn't say that.
It didn't say it verbatim. We do know his intentions based on what he said. He said they have become bold. They're now stepping out of line.
Okay,
is what he said.
I'm going to show you.
No, listen. He said they're stepping out of line. You said don't beat them. Order them now to be beaten because they're stepping out of line. You want us to believe, and other Muslims want us to believe that apparently means, okay, this is a light strike.
Yes.
But
you want evidence?
But what clearly, bro, you're not listening.
Do you guys? He doesn't want evidence.
You're not listening. You're clearly not listening.
Bro,
you're not listening.
Brother, you asked me a question and I directly answered.
It's not about me running from the evidence or not wanting evidence. What did I say? I say to Muslims who try to show me hadith which say one thing. What did I say?
Which you're talking about the hadith where he says to strike the woman?
What did I say? You're showing to me you're not listening. You think I'm running from the evidence.
First of all, you keep lagging every 2 seconds, so I'm trying to fill in the words. But second of all, it sounds like you're asking me what the meaning is of that hadith where he says you can strike the woman.
No.
Is that what you're asking me?
No.
Okay, then repeat your question.
I'm saying to you, you keep saying I'm running from evidence. And I'm saying to you, I've spoken to Muslims like you before who say, I can show you this particular kind of hadith which says this. What did I say in response to that earlier on?
You said you can show other hadith that are opposite.
So why do you keep saying I'm running from evidence as if I don't know what you're likely going to bring up?
Because you're making a claim and you're not substantiating the claim. And then when I tell you that it's a light strike, you're running away from the evidence that it's a light strike.
No, and this is where I disagree with what your claim here, your conclusion, because the hadith we've been speaking about, the Quran verses we're speaking about, paint a certain picture. So, if you want me to believe, follow me, believe this way, I'm going to say, well, look, if these hadiths that we've been speaking about didn't exist, it would be easier for people to agree with you and say, okay, maybe he was tweaking about a light strike. But the point is, like I said, there's contradictory accounts in your authentic. They are all contradictory.
Show me the contradiction.
Okay. So we've been speaking about this hadith already, right? Ibn Majah 1985 or Abu Dawud 2146. Right? He says,
okay. The one where he says
don't beat them.
The one where he says
don't.
Up on the screen.
He says don't beat them. Yeah.
Okay.
He says don't beat them.
Let me read it. Yeah.
He says don't beat them. So okay. So when he says don't beat them in the beginning, he's talking about a light strike.
Yes.
Okay. So Muhammad, for some reason, even though the Quran says you can lightly strike them according to you, he says don't lightly strike them. Okay, I'll go with you, even though that doesn't make sense. But when Umar, one of the rightly guided caliphs, came to the messenger and said, the women have become emboldened towards their husbands, Muhammad gives them permission, so he orders, okay, cool, you can beat them now. So the Quran says, according to your line of reasoning, you can lightly strike them.
Yep.
Then you have a hadith where Muhammad says, don't lightly strike them. Then Umar says, order us to strike them. So he says, okay, strike them. They go and strike them. Then he complains and says, you who do this are not the best Muslims.
Yep.
So if, okay, hold on. So if this, according to you, is about a light strike, he says, why would he contradict what the Quran says?
He doesn't. I'll tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
The Quran says that if you find disobedience in the woman, first tell her, first talk to her, right? Secondly, stop sleeping or like stop being in bed with her. Thirdly, if it's the last level, then you do the strike, correct?
Well, you believe that it's in stages.
Yeah, so the third stage is at the most disobedience, correct?
If you believe in stages, yes.
It says that in the Quran verse. Have you not read it?
Well, some translations say that.
No, every translation, pull it up.
Bro, okay. My goodness.
Every translation says there's 3 different stages.
No. Every translation says there's 3 things. Every translation doesn't say first, second, third. That's different. That's different.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
No, bro, pull it up.
All right, hold on.
Here, I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Hold on. So look, we've got Arbery. It just says.
Pull it up on Quran.com, bro. Is this Quran.com?
No. Why does it have to be Quran.com? It's fine.
Because it's easier. I can.
No,
see it
it's
better.
fine. It's fine here. Look.
I'm gonna pull it up on Quran.com.
So look, Arbery says he just lists them. He doesn't say this is stages, do one after the other. Hilali Khan, where is it? As those women whose part you see. Hold on, bro. Look, we're going through it. Just relax. Here in brackets, first, next, and last. That's an interpretation. That's not in the Arabic. Pikthal. Again, for those whom you fear, admonish, banish them to bed, and scourge them. It doesn't say first, second, third. First, second, third is an interpretation added into the verse. That's why it's in brackets.
Bro.
You do know why that's in brackets, right? You do know that, right? Or you don't know that?
There's no way, bro. There's no way.
So you don't know why brackets are in these translations.
Yeah, I know it's in brackets.
So why are you laughing, saying there's no way?
So, bro, because why is it in order?
Because it's in an order. That doesn't mean it means one after the other.
Wait, go back to the verse.
The verse is still here. We're just looking at different translations.
No, zoom in. Or highlight the part. Highlight, but those wives for whom you highlight that part. Okay.
But those move here. This one says first. This one's.
So I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it without the little interpolations. Okay.
Go ahead.
So, but those from whom you fear. Wait, go back.
Oh, you're okay. Hold. Sorry. Was it?
Okay. There. Reading. Wait, which one are you reading?
I think it was this one. Right.
Yeah. Okay. But those from whom you fear arrogance, advise them, forsake them in bed, and finally, not finally, and then strike them. So it's 3 orders, right? Advise them, forsake them, strike them. Right? There's 3 stages.
No, there's 3 things he mentions. Stages.
There's 3 different things.
Stages is an interpretation. One of the interpretations.
But you do agree that there's 3 different things that you're supposed to do, right?
There's 3 things in the verse that I mentioned, yes. Some people.
How do you know which one to do?
Some people say, when you look at how scholars interpret it, a lot of people try to say, oh, there's stages. Do one, and then the second, and then the third. Other interpretations, some from your scholars, say stuff like, you have 3 options.
That's not true. That's not the interpretation.
That is one of the interpretations.
The consensus of scholarship.
Yeah, I'm not.
According to the four madhabs: Hanafi, Shafi, Maliki, Hanbali.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying, okay?
I'm listening.
Listen very carefully.
I know what you're going to say.
The consensus interpretation by the Hanafi school, the Maliki school, the Shafi school, and the Hanbali school is that there is 3 stages, and that's why the Prophet ﷺ said, "Now you can strike them," because that's why Umar said they have reached this level of disobedience, and now he said you can strike them, because before that you couldn't when it was in the first stage, and that's the consensus interpretation of scholars in Islam.
So look, like I was going to say before, I knew you was going to say, "Oh, this is the consensus." I know, or can even agree with you and say, "Look, the majority of people say this or whatever." We can't just appeal to what the mass people say is true, just because they say.
Yes, we can, bro.
Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
No, dude, you're crazy.
Just because
scholars. Yo, wait, hold on. You're saying because thousands upon thousands of hold on. Listen.
Most of the people in the most people in the world don't believe God exists. So should we just agree with them because they're the most of the people?
Wait, most people in the world what?
My goodness. This is so simple.
You lagged out.
Just because most people agree to something, that doesn't make it true.
Bro, there's no... Okay, hold on. I'm going to refute what you're saying right now, okay? Guys, listen very carefully.
My goodness.
He's saying that thousands upon thousands of professional Islamic scholars that know Hadith, Quran, and Arabic all got the interpretation wrong.
That's not what I said. You're not listening.
And somehow this guy on his live stream with 290 subscribers got the correct interpretation.
My goodness. You're not listening.
Bro, this is insane.
You're not listening. I said just because a majority agree to something, even if it's all of the people, it doesn't make it true. And you're laughing all over the place as if I'm saying something which is inaccurate.
It does make it true.
Okay.
In Islamic interpretation, that's how we come to the consensus.
Okay.
You not believe in scholarship?
How did you leap from me saying we can't just appeal to mass to I don't agree with scholarship? Do you see the leaps you're making?
No. It's not mass. I'm not appealing to mass. I'm appealing to the consensus of the scholars, not the consensus of the people.
Even if I pull to consensus, even if everybody says this is one thing, that doesn't make it true.
Yeah,
you do understand that, right?
Technically, it's possible. Yeah, technically, it's possible. Every single scholar could be wrong. It's technically possible, but you're gonna have to bring some serious evidence to show that the other interpretation is correct.
Okay.
You're gonna have to bring some extraordinary evidence to show that thousands upon thousands of scholars got this interpretation wrong. I'd like to see it. I don't think you can bring that.
No, I don't need to bring that,
bro.
I don't really know why you're laughing. You already agreed. Bro. You already agreed with me.
Yo,
you already agreed with me. Number one, that because this is a like side issue. It's not even like major. You want me to just first, second, third. I've granted that to so many Muslims before, but don't act as if the Arabic. This was my original point. Don't act as if the Arabic says first, second, third. It doesn't. That's my point.
Bro, you didn't even listen to what I said.
I did listen to what you said.
Didn't I read the verse not including the little parentheses?
No, but that was after. When I initially was saying it, you were going on like I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you don't, because that's the consensus of scholarship, is that there's 3 stages. And that would also explain why the Prophet ﷺ then allowed it, because they've reached that stage.
Then allowed what?
Because at first he said, do not beat them, right? And then Umar said they've become emboldened, so now you can beat them because they've reached that stage. But that's why that's the interpretation.
But if they were emboldened, and according to the verse in the Quran, their stages, why would he need Muhammad to now say, order us to beat them? He's got the verse apparently in the Quran which says, once you get to these certain stages, you can beat them.
Well, first of all, because they're not sure like how much disobedience exactly entails the next stage.
Oh my goodness.
Secondly, they asked the Prophet ﷺ because he's the interpreter of the Quran.
The Quran. The Quran. Listen. This is what I'm saying. Even if I go with you about the stages, yeah, you're trying to get us to believe that there's these stages, And this is why he says, don't beat them.
Yes.
But the Quran, so they're coming back now saying, look, the women have got rude. They're disrespectful. But if they have the Quran verse, which already says, look, according to your way of interpretation, well, they're disrespectful, then you banish them from beds, and then you strike them. If they already have this sequence, why would he need to go back and say, can we order them to be beaten now if it's already been given?
Because
that doesn't make sense.
The Quran just makes a general statement. It says if they're disrespectful.
If they fear, if a husband fears disobedience, right?
Yeah, but bro, that's very ambiguous.
If you
is your argument now that you're saying Umar shouldn't have asked for clarification on the verse?
I'm responding. Like, crazy, I'm responding to what you're saying. You said the reason he said don't beat them in the hadith is because they're stages. So when Umar comes to them and says the women are rude, the women are being disrespectful, he wants to now go to the next stage. That's the point you're trying to make.
Yeah, he's asking, is it now this stage?
And I'm saying, if the Quran, they have the Quran, they have chapter 4, and it's there for him to see, okay, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Why would he need to go back to Muhammad and say, can I do this? Order them to be beaten. It doesn't make sense. It's contradictory.
No, it's not. Bro, you don't even know what a contradiction is, bro. You don't even know you don't even know how to use a contradiction.
Okay.
So, first of all, as Muslims, you're doing an internal critique right now. As Muslims, we believe that the Prophet ﷺ is the interpreter of the Quran. He is the enactment of the Quran. So they're asking for clarification. They're saying the women have now become disobedient. Is this what the Quran is referring to? Is this now when we can beat them?
Okay. I'm already granting you and going down this path with you. I'm still saying to you, it doesn't make sense because you believe they're stages, right? So how did it go from they've been disrespectful to beating them if banishing them from beds is in the middle?
Because that's the second stage.
So why didn't Umar say to him, okay, can we banish from beds now?
So first of all, hold on, let me answer. First of all, you said you didn't understand it, which means it's not a contradiction. So you're wrong. It's not a contradiction.
I didn't understand.
Secondly, you said you don't understand why he would ask that, which doesn't mean it's a contradiction. It just means you're not understanding. So first of all, I refuted that. Secondly,
no, you didn't. But keep going.
Okay. Secondly, you're asking why did he ask if we can beat them and not why did we ask if we can just admonish them from the beds?
You're saying, listen, bro, I'm following you based on what your argument. That's like, I don't agree with what you're saying. I'm following you based on your argument.
Okay.
So again, you said, and they've got the Quran.
Yep.
So they've got the stages. If a husband, a Muslim man, fears disobedience from his wife, fears rebellion, he can tell them off, admonish them, he can banish from beds, and then he can strike. These are the three options. So you were saying in the hadith, Ibn Majah 1985, Muhammad says to them, don't beat them, because he's trying to implement the stages. That's what you said. So,
and that's what the consensus of scholars.
So if Umar knows what the verse says, why does he need to go back to Muhammad and say, this verse is here, we know the order, the structure of beating women. Why is he going back to say order them to be beaten if the Quran's already given the order?
That's a good question.
The Quran has already given the order. So why is he going to Muhammad to now get the order again?
Okay, that's a good question. All right, guys. So listen, he's basically asking, if we already have the Quran, why do we need the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him? Well, let me tell you.
I didn't. No, that's not what I said. That's not what I said, bro. That is not what I said. I didn't say why did they need Muhammad.
You did. You said why do they need to ask Muhammad about this?
Why do they need to go back to ask Muhammad about the flow and the order if the instructions already come? I'm not saying they don't need Muhammad.
Now let me answer. So guys, he's asking if we already have the Quran, why do we need to go back and ask the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, about this? Let me tell you, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the embodiment of how to live the Quran. He's the interpreter of the Quran. So if you know anything about the Sahaba, they always ask the Prophet ﷺ about clarification on any verse. They always ask about it. So what they're asking for is clarification. He's asking, is this now the time where I can strike?
But they didn't mention the beds.
So maybe he's already past the bed stage.
Maybe
he's asking.
Now you're throwing.
I don't know the intention.
Now you're throwing
of Umar in
assumptions.
that
Now you're
exact
throwing
moment.
assumptions.
So,
His intentions.
so
His intentions are clear from what he says.
Your whole objection to Islam is because you're not sure why Umar is asking the Prophet a question,
Bro.
Like that's crazy, bro. That's actually crazy.
It's funny that you think Umar, to me, is the bad character in the hadith.
No, I'm saying you're saying Islam is bad for women all because you're not sure why Umar asked if he can strike or if it's time to admonish for the beds.
Say that again. Sorry.
Your whole reason for why Islam is bad for women is because you're not sure why Umar asked if he can strike or asked if he can admonish for the bed. You're not sure why he asked that one over admonishing for the bed.
No.
That's ultimately what it came down to.
No. One of the reasons this hadith, those hadith are so critical is because of Muhammad's actions, not Umar's actions. Umar is just one of the followers. It's not about Umar. It's how Muhammad is reacting and acting based on what is happening around him. So
yeah, so why don't you actually deal with the argument then?
I am dealing with the argument. This is the point. I've said this from the beginning. Muhammad ordered men to beat their wives.
Yeah, I already agreed. Strike in a non-harmful way. I already agreed. Like, what are we going into, bro?
Because clearly, based on this sort of hadith, you can see it's not talking about a light strike. That's not what Umar wants. That's why the women come and complain.
Wait, repeat that last part. You said that's not what Umar what?
Why are the women going to come and complain? So many of them. The very next morning, if it was some light strike.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In the hadith, after he orders them to be beaten, the husbands now go and strike their wives. And many of the women go and complain the next morning about their husbands. So I'm saying to you, why, if this is some light strike, some light beating that Muhammad ordered and the men were requesting, why are they going to complain about some light strike, some light miswak tap?
I mean, bro, are you married?
Yes.
Okay, then you probably know that women complain about a lot of things.
Why are so many of them going to come and complain about a light miswak tap if apparently the Quran says so? So not only, so the women, so wait, hold on. So the women know what the Quran says, but they're complaining about it, as if the men are doing something bad to them, according to you.
Yeah. So you're asking me why women complain to the Prophet ﷺ?
I'm saying the Quran gives the.
This is such a bad argument.
Okay,
bro.
It's such a bad argument that you have to laugh your way around it.
Yeah. Literally, it's like it's a completely emotional argument.
No, it's not.
It's also a completely uncharitable interpretation. It's a combination of those.
I think I'm actually being very charitable. As absurd as some of the things you say are in defense of what's actually happening here, I still take the time to actually address what you're saying and show you why the things you're saying don't make sense.
No, actually, all you did was ran away from the evidence for my interpretation.
No, I didn't.
And then you just kept asking like Umar's intentions and why people reacted a certain way, which
God.
has nothing to do with the interpretation.
You see, the point is, right, in Islam, a Muslimah has to accept, however you want to slice it and dice it, that a husband can strike them. Even if you want to get them to believe it's a light miswak tap. The point is,
Yep.
Christian women don't have to fear any of that. They don't have to fear, well, look, my husband is going to strike me because of what the Bible says or anything along those lines. They don't have to worry about, well, someone interprets it this way, another person interprets this way. This is the point. So as much as you try to come and say, oh, this is what it means. Women are smart enough to actually analyze what's going on here and be like, okay, this is actually bad for me.
Based on what? What's your objective standard? See, this is an emotional argument.
No,
I
it's not.
disagree, bro. I don't
No,
think it's bad.
no, it's
What's your evidence that it's bad?
See, and
Prove to me that this is immoral.
bro, you think it's moral. We've been down this pathway already. You think this is moral because of the Quran. But that's what you believe, right?
And the Quran is a more objective source than the Bible.
Okay, whatever you want to believe, that's what you believe. And Muslims believe that like that with you, right? Typically. So my point is, when I have these conversations and we're speaking about these different topics, today we're talking about husbands striking their wife. Muslims are smart enough to analyze what's actually being said here and be like, okay, this is actually bad. That's the point.
Okay, so for any Muslims that are watching, you would know that this is only if you're being extremely disobedient. And secondly, you would know that it's always better for the husband to have mercy. As the Prophet ﷺ says, it's the best of you are those who treat their wives well. The only instances which this would happen is if you married a bad husband and you were a bad wife. That's literally the only instance.
That's not true. So number one, according to you, to go through those stages in chapter 4 verse 34 would be a Muslim man being a good Muslim, right?
Sorry, repeat that last part.
According to you, a Muslim man who goes through the stages in 434 would be a good Muslim, right?
It doesn't say that you're particularly good for doing any of that.
So you're not good for following what the Quran says.
Bro, you do not even know anything about the Quran.
Okay, I don't know anything.
Do you understand the difference?
I don't know anything about the Quran, but somehow.
Do you understand that?
No.
Listen real quick.
If the Quran,
do you understand the difference between
my goodness,
permissibility? Do you understand the difference between permissibility and encouragement?
If you are allowed to do something, if God says you can do this thing, and you go and do that thing, you're going to turn around and say, God made you do something that was bad. Is that what you want us to believe?
No, there's a difference between Allah saying it's permissible to do this thing, and there's a difference between Allah saying you're rewarded and you should do this thing. The Quran is a book of guidance. So it's saying that in the event that the wife is being disobedient, and in the event that you choose the unmerciful route, which is always the worst route, in that case, which is based on two poor decisions made by both the husband and the wife, in that case, then it's permissible to lightly strike.
So if it's the unmerciful position, why is Allah allowing them to do it?
Again, because there's a difference between permissibility and encouragement. Do you know in Islam what like halal, makruh, and sunnah are?
What was the last one you said?
So let me just explain.
What was the last one you said? No, I didn't say I don't. I said, what was the last one you said?
Sunnah.
Okay, cool. So the middle one, that doesn't sound familiar to me. The other two, yes.
So makruh means that it's permissible, but you're rewarded for not doing it. Halal means it's just permissible. There's nothing good or bad about it. And then sunnah means you're encouraged to do it. Or another word is nawafil. You're encouraged to do it. This commandment is a permissible commandment, meaning in the event that there's a disobedient wife, which is already haram. So if there's a disobedient wife, she's already committing haram, and you choose to not do the sunnah action, which the sunnah action is to have mercy. In both of those cases, which is only a result of the woman and the man choosing the worst option in that scenario. In that case, then it is permissible, again, permissible to do it.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Bro.
You gonna respond to the argument?
Bro, what arguments are you making, fam? Like the Quran verse.
My argument is that your argument is an emotional, subjective argument based on a untrustworthy Bible, which is your standard morality. And therefore, Islam is better for women than Christianity. And I just debunked the title.
All right. No, you didn't. You really didn't, though. So, all right. So, a man, according to you, can strike his wife lightly, even though
in a non-harmful way.
In a
A way
non-harmful.
that does not cause any harm.
Okay, so what does that even mean? What does that mean to you?
So the consensus of scholars is that it's like a light tap. It's almost like a little push. Or some people say the miswak. That's one way of doing it. There's a few different ways, but it's not harmful because there's a hadith where the Prophet explicitly said you're not allowed to cause harm in any scenario.
So,
which was the thing I was talking about that you kept running away from.
Okay, yeah, I'm running away from it. So, number 1, speak to them. Number 2, banish them from beds. Number 3, tap them lightly with a miswak. Tap them lightly.
We can use the word strike. I'm not scared of using the word strike.
No, but you don't.
I don't hide behind the Arabic.
When you say, because you can't hide behind it, but when you say strike, you don't. Most people have a basic understanding or meaning or vision, like image, when you say strike. You don't believe that's what it's saying, do you?
No, they have that for the English word strike, but not for the Arabic word.
No, but the Arabic word means to strike.
That's the rough translation, yeah.
Yeah,
which I'll grant you, it's a fine translation. You do realize that English connotations of a word are dramatically different than Arabic connotations of a word.
Yeah, okay, I can go with you there if you want, but the point is still the same. The word is used all over the Quran in different contexts, right?
Yeah, in Arabic, a word has multiple meanings.
I know. I'm not disputing that. So there's times when
multiple range of meanings.
This same word is used in physical strike.
Clear verses.
Do you think 434 is clear?
I would say compared to other verses, it's clear. But I mean, I would say it's kind of in the middle. I would say it's kind of in the middle.
It's kind of in the middle.
Yeah, because words like disobedience and strike can be ambiguous. It's not as clear as like Surah Ikhlas, like Allah is one. It's not as clear as Allah is one.
One. Also not he's one what?
He's just numerically one.
One what?
Only count one Allah.
One what? Christians only count one.
One
so
God.
One what?
One God.
One what?
One God.
Tawheed.
Yes, sir.
What does that mean?
It means the oneness of God and affirming all of his necessary attributes.
The oneness or the unification?
Yeah, the oneness of God.
The oneness or the unification?
The oneness.
Not the unification.
There's no unification. There's no unification because a unification implies that there's parts being unified.
All right. I'll leave that there for anyone who wants to deal with that. But okay, cool. All right, look, man. We've spoken. I don't even know how long we've spoken for, man.
Yeah.
You can call in another time if you want. I'll be back most likely next Wednesday. Same place, same time, same topic.
Can you at least answer? Can you at least grant that your entire argument was based on the assumption that the Bible is true?
No, it's not based on an assumption. But like I said to you already.
Well, it's based on the standard of the Bible being true, right?
I didn't. Like I said to you earlier on, bro. Christians believe in the Bible. Muslims believe in the Quran and the Hadith and whatever else they want to believe in. I didn't open this live stream to go into those sorts of debates because you're probably the first Muslim I've ever spoken to on this topic who's tried to go down that route, which to me, frankly, is a waste of time. That's why I didn't entertain.
How? That's like the most important topic between Muslim and Christian dialogue.
No, the reason why is because number one, it's not the point of our topic. Number two, because like I said to you before, all the Muslims that I speak to, they believe in the Quran. Most of them also believe in the Hadith. I'm a Christian. I believe in the Bible. So I'm not going to waste time debating over, is the Bible the word of God? I obviously believe that.
I'm not going to waste time. Is based on the Bible.
I'm not going to waste time with a Muslim saying, "Oh yeah, the Quran isn't the word of God," etc. That doesn't. It's irrelevant.
No, it's really not. But you would say that your entire moral objection to this striking is because the Bible disagrees with it, right?
Pardon?
So you're saying that this striking here is immoral because of the Bible.
I'm saying,
right?
You as a Muslim, you believe this. I as a Christian, I believe this. We analyze the two. The arguments I make against Islam don't happen in Christianity. This is very simple. If you were gonna make an argument as to why Islam is better for women, and you go through examples, it's not going to make sense for you to bring an argument against the Bible, which the Quran also says is acceptable. That doesn't make sense.
So wait, so you're saying if I can show one example of a right that women get in the Quran, then it would prove that it's better?
No, not necessarily.
Than the morality for women in the Bible?
Not necessarily. So it's like, look, I spoke about with Muslim today 2 things. These aren't the only 2 things. There's more things. When you add all of these things together, women can analyze and say, okay, cool. This is what Quran says about me. This is what the Bible says about me. Which one?
And which one's better?
Which one?
One's better, though?
Which one is better for me?
How do you know which one's better?
Based on
That's my whole point.
Each individual is going to make their judgment based on what they believe.
So then it is a subjective argument.
No, it isn't. Because for you, when you think I'm saying believe, I'm saying look.
So it's based on what it's based on me being like, oh, this is what the Quran says.
Look,
yo, he just conceded it's a subjective argument.
You're a Muslim. This is so simple. You are a Muslim. Any Muslim I speak to believes in the Quran. They don't believe in the Bible, most of them.
So that's why you never see a Muslim making a stream saying that Islam has better morality, because you have to prove which standard is more objective.
Bro, this is why at the beginning,
this whole stream is ridiculous.
This is why at the beginning. This is why at the beginning of the live stream, when I played the video of the Muslim saying Islam honors women more than Christianity, this is why we're having these conversations, bro. So everything you're trying to say against me goes back to your Muslim brother, bro.
The only reason is because you guys provoke it in the first place.
Now all of a sudden, the only reason Muslim men say that. Do you see how you're just contradicting yourself from statement to statement?
Can you show me one live stream where a Muslim is going up and saying that Islam has better morality than Christians?
I played the video. I played the video at the beginning of the live stream.
So you showing a clip is not the same as what you're doing.
Bro, they posted the clip.
It's a clip.
They posted it. They posted it. Nobody forced them to post it. They posted it. Now you're trying to defend the Muslims posting it because it doesn't help the argument you're making now. If you want to throw me under the bus for this, you have to throw him under the bus. But you don't want to do that because you're not being consistent. And your defense is Christians do it, so we do it. No, you're being a hypocrite, bro.
Okay, just answer this one question.
No. Because I told you, no. Call in next time. Call in next time.
One more.
No, bro. No, because I already said it's a wrap. Call in next time.
Okay.
If you want. All right. Cool. Guys, it shouldn't be this hard to speak to Muslims. It really shouldn't. But for some reason, it is. All right. My goodness. Guys, you know what? I'm not even gonna lie. I'm already feeling it. It's been over 2 hours. This is what happens when you don't stream for 2 weeks. I have to get my streaming fitness back. But yeah, guys, listen. Thank you all for tuning into the live stream. Those that called in from both sides, I appreciate it. The conversations are there. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, obviously, because as we've seen again today, the Muslims are going to report these live streams for hate speech. Make that make sense. You literally read the Quran verses, read the Hadith, and they turn around and say you are promoting hate speech. So they try and flag your live stream so not many people get to see it. All right. Yeah, definitely, Zara Grace. Streaming fitness, right? I need to get it back. I was in a rhythm before, but I wasn't feeling the best, so I had to take some time back. This is the first one in the last couple of weeks. Guys, Mondays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. UK. We do live streams like this, defending Christianity against different things. Today we were doing Islam. Wednesdays have typically been our Islam day, right? We've been calling it Women Wednesday. Monday we'll mix it up. We'll deal with Hebrew Israelites. We'll deal with Orthodox Judaism, rabbis like Tavai Singer, etc., and some atheism from time to time. So guys, if you like this stuff, definitely like it, subscribe, and I appreciate you all for sending in comments on both sides. I really appreciate it, and thank you all. Right, and again as well, thank you as well, Zara, for the offer to be a mod. I appreciate you, and come back next time. You'll see if you got a blue checkbox or not. But guys, thank you all. Apparently, okay, yeah, guys, God bless. I'll see you next time. I'll see you on Monday by God's grace, if not before then. All right, guys, take care. God bless.